The man that you see here on the picture is Efim Bogoljubow, Grandmaster Bogoljubow. He was born in Kiev in the Ukraine, and later he moved to Germany, where he lived a long time, and he became very famous. In his time he was one of the top players of the world in the same years when Max Euwe and Akiba Rubinstein and Alexander Alekhine were on their top strength. So I want to show you now one of the games of Bogoljubow. It's a very beautiful attacking chess example. So I hope you enjoy this game. Okay, here is a game between Bogoljubow with white against Spielmann with black pieces, played in 1919 in Stockholm. It's a French defense, and we see this classical variation: bishop g5, bishop e7, e5, knight goes to d7, and white chooses now for a very aggressive way of playing. He sacrifices a pawn with h4, and black takes the sacrifice. Bishop takes g5, h takes g5, queen takes g5. So black has won a pawn. But after knight to h3, if we now evaluate what the compensation is of this sacrifice pawn, we see that black has exchanged his dark squared bishop, so he's left with his light squared bishop on c8. Now this light squared bishop is many times a problem in the French defense because of the pawn structure. With this pawn on e6 and the other one on d5, it's difficult to get this bishop from c8 into play. Now another compensation is this half-open h-file, so it will become difficult for black to castle kingside because of this possible attack. And also white is developing his pieces with tempo, so he's ahead in development. This is the compensation that he has for the sacrificed pawn. But let's have a look at the rest of the game. Queen goes to e7, knight to f4, now a6, controlling b5. Now why is it important to control b5? Well, it's because in this kind of positions what black would like to do is to play the move c5 to attack the base of the pawn chain of white. This is something that is seen many times in the French defense, the move c5 to attack the d4 pawn. But in this case, white can play knight to b5, threatening to enter on d6 or on c7 with a check. So to prevent this, black played the move a6 first, controlling b5, preventing knight to e5. Queen g4, I'm sorry, g4, attacking the g pawn. g6 is played, and then castles queenside. So actually white almost has finished this development, and if we look at black, black has less space. The development of the pieces, the light pieces of the queenside, is very poor. And now he plays the move that he wanted to play, c5, to try to get some activity and attack this white center. Queen g3 is played, and now black plays knight to b6. Now interesting is here to see what happens if black would take on d4, because that's a very logical idea. C takes d4, with the idea that if white takes with their rook on d4, then black can play the knight to c6, attacking the rook and developing a piece with the tempo. But the problem is that here white doesn't take on d4. White has another move that is very beautiful. Let's try to see if you can find it. Pause the video and see what the possibilities are for white now. Okay, the move that I was talking about is knight takes d5. After e takes d5, knight takes d5 attacks the queen. The queen can do two things. The queen can go to d8 or take on e5. Let's see, if queen d8, then e6 follows with a double threat. Knight c7 check, or pawn takes d7. And if the queen takes on e5, then knight c7 check can be played immediately. After king d8, exchange of queens, and then take on a8. And this is better for white because this knight on a8 will escape later. It's not possible for black to catch it. So that's actually the reason why in this position, after queen g3, the move c takes d4 is not a very good idea, because of this sacrifice opening the center. So what black did is knight to b6, d takes e5, queen takes e5, and now bishop d3, threatening to take on g6 because of this half-open h-file. It's impossible for black to retake on g6 with the h-pawn. So bishop takes g6 is a threat. Bishop takes 6 or knight takes g6, and then this structure of black is opened and the black king gets in danger. So because of this, black played the queen to f8, defending the rook. And now bishop e4. This is a very beautiful move. He threatens to take on d5, sacrificing a piece but opening the center completely. Just imagine later the rook from h1 goes to e1 after this is opened, and then it's really dangerous. So what black did here is he took himself d takes e4, knight takes e4, and now we see the weaknesses of the dark squares of black. The weakness on f6 and on d6. Knight 8 to d7, queen c3, queen e7, knight f6 check, knight takes f6, e takes f6, attacking the queen, queen f8, now queen c7, threatening of course mate on d8, either with queen or with rook, knight d7 blocking this d-file, and now knight to d5, another beautiful move of Bogoljubow, threatening to play knight to b6, winning a piece. So here e takes d5 was played, and now we see that the center is totally opened and the poor black king is naked there waiting to be attacked. And look at these two rooks of black. He's 2 pieces ahead, black, but these two rooks cannot participate, so they are very, very useless. Knight e5 was played here, rook takes e5, queen e6, bishop e6, and there is a plan here. Why black wants to play queen to h6 check and then castle kingside, and that would be a way of saving the game. But white played a very beautiful move, a silent move, king to b1. Rook d8 was played, now rook takes d5, threatening mate again on d8, so rook has to take on d5, and then rook takes d5, bishop takes d5, and the last move of the game, queen c8, checkmate. So I find this a very instructive game, because it shows the ways of attacking a king that is left in the center, how to rip open the center, even sacrificing material to open this center and being able to attack the king. And this is a game actually that I replayed because I want to play the French defense myself, and I was looking at games with the French defense, and I found in a book this game that actually warns very much for the dangers also. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time on YouTube. Leave your comments on YouTube if you like. Okay, thank you, bye bye.